Couples over 40 and childless, how has life turned out for you? Do you regret not having children? No regrets here. We are enjoying the flexibility and free time. The only issue we have is finding more people to hang out with, as everyone seems to be too tired, busy because they have children. My dad used to say I wouldn't take $1 billion for one of my children, but I wouldn't pay 50 cents to have another one. My wife and I decided not to have children. We go out for dinner a lot. If we had kids, I think we'd be divorced. We have overcome a lot, and it took 100% of ourselves at times to accomplish. If we had also been parents at the time, I don't think we would have made it. I wouldn't say regret it. I have medical conditions that make having a biological child impossible. We also met and married later in life. My husband is a few years younger than me. We have come to accept and enjoy being the fun auntie and uncle. But honestly, sometimes I wonder if my husband regrets not having children of his own and me for not being able to give them to him. He never has said anything to make me feel that, but I can't help but wonder. Amazing, 54 this year, she is 52, we have been together 32 years. I would not change a thing. Maybe 10% regret, 90% not. These big life decisions generally aren't all or nothing. I have a lot of anxiety. And kids pick up 9 and that. I wouldn't want to burden a child with coping with my anxiety, on top of just learning how to be a human, which is hard enough already. Thank goodness we don't have any. Life is hard as hell. We'd probably be homeless now if we had the extra financial burden of children. Some of us don't end up rolling on piles of money. Some of us are just celebrating that we're not financially underwater as we would have been if kids were in the picture. You won't get many replies as they're too busy rolling around in their piles of money with the time to enjoy such an activity. Pretty good. I've always known I wasn't a mothering type, and I met my partner in high school and he had the same feelings. We've never changed our minds, and we are going on 22 years together. We live a full life. Eat out heaps. Go to concerts. The theater. Holidays. We have so much freedom, it's insane. We nurture our hobbies. And sleep in a lot. All of our friends have kids and complain constantly about how hard it is, how exhausted they are, and how much money it's costing them. No regrets on our side. Not over 40 yet, but getting there. So far, life is brilliant. We know several parents, and at least a few of them look like they have very happy lives with children. So I don't think a life with children would have necessarily turned out miserable. But that would have been a different kind of happiness. And we are content with our own version. The most important difference is that we are not obsessed with making more money or living at a particular standard to make our children happy. A few of our upper middle class friends send their children to private schools where annual vacations abroad are the norm for their peers. The pressure of keeping up with the Joneses to make their children happy is enormous. We know that there is nobody after us. We only need to save for a comfortable retirement. We are not trying to build trust funds for anyone. The knowledge that we are accountable for our lives alone is very liberating, and we are very happy we made that choice. My partner and I have the freedom and the life we wanted. We can travel whenever we want, save money, sleep in, have late nights out. Parenting was never something either of us wanted, and looking at the state of things all over the world, we're extremely happy with our decision. We are in our 50s now. Not a single regret. 23-year-old chiming in to say it's very relieving and validating to read all your responses. I don't want children and never have. But I'm at that age where everyone swears I'm gonna change my mind, and it's frustrating. You're all living proof I can and will be happy without children. As I sit here in silence drinking my coffee with Baileys and enjoying my wake and bake as I look off into the quiet snowy morning, I must admit, wait, is that a goose? I'm off to follow it and see where the day takes me. 55 here. Not for a microsecond do I regret not having children. I am happily married with a healthy, frequent sex life. Married 25 plus years. First and only husband. We're comfortable with dual incomes. We live in a house we love in a place we love. We have time and funds for hobbies. We have great family and friends. And dogs. And cats. And horses. Nah, I don't regret it at all. 63-year-old gal here. Not for a second. I have enjoyed my life and plan to enjoy the rest of it. Just didn't have the baby urge. Likely going to be a different response from folks who are without child but wanted a child. Life is great. Zero regrets here. I'm 42. Single. I have more money for my dogs, which is nice. My mom hounded me about having kids while I was still a kid. I've always been child-free, but my mom would negate my opinions, saying I'd change my mind or, who will take care of you when you're old? It finally got to a point where she told me I was selfish for not giving her grandchildren. It just added into my decision to go no contact with her. So I guess that whole, who will take care of you when you get old, idea is moot. It's amazing, thanks for asking. Our life has turned out very well. We've been able to travel and have several once-in-a-lifetime experiences that we would never have been able to afford otherwise. I've been able to focus on my career and start a business that would have been too financially risky if I had children. Neither of us have regretted being child-free for a moment.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.